Hello everyone, it's Friday, May 8th. May the 8th be with you. Or no, I think that was the other day. Anyways, all right, so
that was Monday.
That was Monday, yeah, Monday. So everyone, it is Friday, May 8th. What a wonderful way to finish off the week by doing a bit of mobility. We're gonna be doing some upper body mobility today. We're gonna be doing 6 movements, and we're gonna be doing some long holds as well as some dynamic movements as well. So static and dynamic stretching here. We have 3 alternatives for you. Everyone's gonna be doing different things at different times, so follow the one that you choose, and if you need a modification further, then write it in the comments, and I'll make sure to include it in the next video. Ok? Alors bonjour tout le monde au Défi Prêt pour l'été, jour 8, c'est un vendredi, et quelle belle façon de commencer le week-end que de faire de mobilité. Ok, on va faire 6 mouvements, je veux dire, et on a 3 différents niveaux de mobilité qu'on va toucher dans chaque un des mouvements. Ok, alors on va commencer avec le quadruped reach through. Alors on se met à 4 pattes et on prend une grande respiration et on va plonger un bras en dessous des côtes pour mettre la tête et l'épaule au sol. On va tenir ça pour 30 secondes environ, ou bien 3 à 5 grandes respirations. Si vous êtes capable, je veux que vous mettez votre tête et votre épaule au sol, mais si vous n'arrivez pas à faire ça, vous pouvez tout simplement tenir l'étirement où vous êtes, ou vous pouvez aussi mettre quelque chose comme un oreiller en dessous de votre tête pour tenir, pour que ça soit plus confortable. Mais si ça ne vous dérange pas d'être pas confortable, ça ne me dérange pas non plus. Ok, on voit ici Roger, il est vraiment en dessous, c'est très bien. On voit ici Perle, elle a son bras tendu. Ok, c'est une autre façon. Et on voit MJ ici, c'est parfait. Elle met le coude au sol et elle se tient avec l'autre main, c'est parfait. On respire dans cette position. Je sais que c'est inconfortable, mais le plus que vous respirez, pendant l'expiration, vous allez, vous serez de plus en plus tranquille dans cette position. Et 3, 2, 1, on revient à la position neutre et on change à l'autre main. So before switching sides, make sure to take a deep breath. And now rotate, diving that other hand underneath the ribs, reaching through, putting the shoulder and head on the floor. We got Roger going way underneath with the elbow bent, Pearl with her arms straight, and we've got MJ holding with one hand and got the elbow on the ground. Like I said, we got 3 levels of mobility here, and everyone's doing a different option. You're gonna see during the child's pose, little foreshadowing here, MJ's gonna show us an alternative that you can do on a box or an elevated platform, like the couch or a counter even. Okay, so 3 to 5 deep breaths here. 30 seconds, deep breath in and out. As you breathe, with each breath, each time you exhale, you're gonna become more and more comfortable and possibly even be able to go further and further into the stretch. Very nice. And 3, 2, 1, come on back to that neutral position. Okay, so now I want hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. We're now going to be rounding and extending the upper back with a cat-cow, okay? So as we do an inhale, I want you to arch the back where the tummy goes down, the shoulders go back, and you're actually going to lift your tailbone towards the sky, okay? And your chin towards the sky for that matter. As you exhale, you're gonna round the back as much as possible, imagining that you've got a string pulling you up in the mid-back. Ok, encore une fois, on inspire et on va recourber le dos, poussant les mains au sol. Oh yes, big stretch. Et on va arrondir le dos en expirant. Très bien. Excellent, excellent. Inspiration, recourbez le dos et expiration, dos rond, rond, rond. Séparez les omoplates le plus que possible. Inhale, arch the back. Lift the chin as high as possible. Really deep inhale here. And exhale, round the back. Imagining there's a string attached to your thoracic spine, your mid-spine, and just pulling your back upwards, chin on your chest. Oh yeah. One last time, inhale. Arch the back as much as possible. Good, and exhale, separating your scapula as much as possible, pushing your hands into the floor, rounding that back as much as possible, hips in towards the ribs. And 3, 2, 1, back to neutral. We're gonna stay in this quadruped position, okay? And we were discussing before, what does a moose say? Apparently it says but anyways, leave it in the comments. We don't know what a moose says, so leave it in the comments. Okay, so we're gonna do moose antlers. One hand is gonna go behind your ear, while the other hand stays on the floor. You're gonna go elbow to elbow, and then you're simply gonna rotate as high as possible, and I'm gonna let everyone do their own time, 10 reps. Okay, so you can go as slow or as fast as you'd like, but I would encourage you to go a little bit on the slower side to make sure that you're really reaching that full range of motion. Okay, dans cet mouvement, on cherche la pleine amplitude, on cherche la rotation. Ok, on veut que les disques dans notre dos glissent et faire la rotation librement. Ok. Alors ça va vous aider sûrement si vous vous asseyez dans une chaise pendant la journée au bureau, ça va vous aider à relâcher la tension dans votre haut du dos, dans votre thorax. Okay, so it's going to help you relieve any of that pain that you might feel or just tightness generally in that upper back, especially if you're a desk worker, like myself. Okay, once you've done 10 reps, then you can switch to the other side. So making sure that you're reaching your elbow as high as possible and then bringing your elbow against your other elbow. And I know that we're on our wrists a lot, so we're gonna be going into child's pose next. Don't worry, you're gonna give your wrists a little bit of a break. Okay, good. I personally have a lot of limit on my range of motion here. Pearl, I could probably just take her elbow and just like flip it all the way to the other side of her body, and then she would just be like, it's just another Friday. All right.
Let's try.
Some people, yeah. Very nice. Once you're done your 10 reps of the moose antlers, then you can just relax in a kneeling position. We're gonna go into child's pose. Ok, alors lorsque vous avez fini avec les 10 reps de chaque côté, avec les moose antlers, avec les cornes d'orignal, I guess, avec la rotation du thoracique, vous pouvez vous asseoir, vous agenouiller. Ok, là on va passer au child's pose. Alors on va bouger la boîte pour MJ pour qu'elle puisse faire le child's pose sur la boîte. Sinon on le fait au sol et on veut passer la tête entre les bras, avoir les oreilles à côté des biceps et on veut allonger les bras, la colonne vertébrale et on veut garder le menton neutre, ok? On veut pas regarder en avant, on veut pas regarder entre nos genoux, on veut regarder au sol et prendre des grandes respirations. Peut-être on peut mettre le front au sol aussi. Si MJ peut mettre le front au sol, on va contacter Guinness World Records juste pour enregistrer ça, ok? So let's do this. Everyone take your child's pose position, knees wide, feet close, and breathe. We're gonna be here for 30 seconds, okay? And then we're gonna add in a little dynamic stretch here. Okay? So while you're doing this, I just want you to think about each time you exhaling, pushing your shoulders, or not pushing your shoulders, but pushing your head through your shoulders a little bit further, lengthening as well. A lot of people don't think about this stretch and lengthening your spine, lengthening your arms out in front of you. And then another thing that might help as well is externally rotating your hands. So if you rotate your thumbs face the ceiling, which we're gonna do in a dynamic sense in a second, but that's really gonna help you also lengthen your arms out and feel a bit more of a stretch here. One more deep breath in this position. All right, now on your own count, everyone at home and in the studio, I want you to lift one arm up and then alternate with the other arm up. And while you're lifting, I want you to rotate your thumbs towards the ceiling as we were just discussing, okay? And then I just want you to try with each one. So we're gonna do this 10 times, 5 on each arm. With each one, just try and go a little bit higher and perhaps try to panic less. I know for me, when I'm doing this one, I try and just go up and down. Try and control it. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Kind of like the Wednesday workout. Ok, alors on va faire des élévations des bras, un à la fois. Et si jamais c'est un peu trop pour vos épaules, vous restez en child's pose, ok? So if it's a little bit too much for your shoulders to handle, for example, then just stay in child's pose and there's no worries there, okay? But if not, if you can handle a little bit more flexion in your shoulders, then I want you to do that. Once you're done your 10 reps, lorsque vous avez fini avec les 10 reps, je veux que vous faites un lateral reach, un reach latéral. Okay, so MJ is going to come back down to the ground, although, well, we could maybe figure it out, but we'd be improvising. So we'll stay on the ground for this one. We're going to be doing lateral reaches, so I want everyone to walk their left hand as far left as they can, and then try and reach your right hand on top of your left hand. Ok? Alors, je veux que vous atteindre vos mains à gauche le plus que possible, et cet étirement-là, on veut cibler la grande dorsale. Alors, c'est le muscle en dessous du bras. Ou en arrière. Ok, alors c'est juste tout là. On veut étirer la grande dorsale. Alors ce qui va nous aider dans cette position, c'est de tendre les bras. Ok, alors si vous êtes un peu relax, on veut engager les bras en les tendant. So try and straighten your elbows if you can. And that'll really hit the lats. If your arms are kind of relaxed, then it's going to be a more relaxed stretch. If you straighten your arms, straighten your elbows out, you're going to feel that a little bit more. And I hope while I'm talking, everyone's breathing, okay? Always. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Très bien. Et on change à l'autre côté. So let's go over to the other side now. Walk it over to the right. Left hand on top of the right hand. Push that head through the arms. Beautiful. Mwah. Grande respiration. Deep breath. That is awesome. And if you find like you're struggling or something like that, try widening your knees a little bit and try sitting back on your heels a little bit more just to try and relax. There we go. There, that'll give you, like sitting back a little bit will give you a little bit more ease in this stretch here. One more deep breath. Grande respiration. Inspirez du nez. Souffle de la bouche. Et on revient au centre ou à la position neutre. So we can come back to the center. Or you can stay in child's pose, or you can come back to a kneeling position. And the ambassadors are going to stay there. Maybe they'll give you a thumbs up, maybe a smile. And great job, everyone. I hope that did you some good going into the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, though, for a little bit of core.